Allen head screw, turn it in. This will release the brake. It's important not to go too far because you can break it. And then you just turn the rotation to see if it released. It's still locked, so that means we didn't go far enough. Just give it a little more. Check rotation. Still not released. So you go a little bit further. It's important to go a little bit at a time. It starts to get harder, but then it starts to release. Okay, now we have the spindle that turns. Now we have the motor released. This is how we remove the lead screw coupler bolt. Remove the plastic cover. We have access hole, and there's 2 pins. You only need to remove one. There's an O-ring. Reach in with a screwdriver, pull the O-ring to the side. You gotta work the O-ring over. At the same time, you can turn the spindle and find the bolt. Push in on the coupling bolt, and then spin your unit, and then there's the pin. Reach in with the needle nose pliers and remove pin. Whole assembly will pull out of unit. This is how to remove lead screw assembly from cartridge. First thing is knurled nut. Remove. End cap assembly slides off back. Then we use long Allen wrench, 2 1/4-20 screws. Remove screws. There's 2. Remove assembly. Now installing new lead screw assembly. Slide it down cartridge assembly. Screw the 2 1/4-20 screws. Snug them. Once they're tight, now we can install end cap assembly with oil tube. Make sure when you install assembly, tube fits into leader hole. You have to turn it until it falls into the hole. You'll feel it drop. Then you can install the knurled knob. now ready to install our lead screw assembly. This is the status of where we're at. This is the cartridge, what it looks like. Cartridge coupler. We are now going to take our assembly and we're going to slip the lead screw into the coupler. So you want to line your screw holes so when you slip it in, you can slide the pin in. So carefully slide the cartridge. There's a spring here. You got to turn it so it falls in like you see. Now we're ready to install our pin. You may have to wiggle. Once you wiggle it, you'll feel the pin drop in. Push it in with your finger. And then once you feel it fall in, you'll slide the O-ring back over. You'll have to turn the spindle so the O-ring is pulled over all the way around. Once it drops in, you're done. You can then close the cap. We are now ready to time the cartridge assembly. You have to turn the spindle one way or the other. When you watch the cartridge to turn, what we want to do is we want to time it in where the threads and the scribe mark. You want to have that scribe mark where the threads end. You want to have that even to the back of the housing. You just turn the spindle one way or the other. All you are doing is backing the lead screw assembly one way or the other. Once it's aligned, you'll stop. Now at this time we will unrelease the brake on the motor. That will hold the timing. All you do is back the set screw off. This will then put the brake back on the motor. Turn it until it's loose. You're done, and check your spindle to make sure it doesn't turn. You're now ready